What you need to understand is discipline and consistency is a key to success. It is not a sprint, it is a marathon. The best franchisees do the boring stuff, the mundane stuff. They do it consistently and daily. Hey everyone, welcome to Courtside Conversations. My name's Emile, founder and owner of Little Boomers Basketball, and it's a pleasure to be your host today. Wherever you're watching today's episode, I hope you're having a booming day, and yes, the pun is intended. My journey to entrepreneurship started on May 1st, 2018 when I launched my first basketball program with 9 kids enrolled. Today, thousands of kids across Australia are thriving in our programs, all thanks to the commitment and passion of our incredible franchisees. This podcast is here to give you real, straightforward, no BS insights into business, entrepreneurship, and what it's like to own a franchise. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what makes a good franchisee and what doesn't. Let's get into today's episode. So as we start to refine our franchise recruitment process, what we're noticing is mindset is greater than skills. Having skills is great, like learning how to do bookkeeping, how to run a business, all that is great, but all of that can be learned. Your mindset, how you respond to adversity, that takes a lot more time. So we're now looking for mindset rather than skills in a franchisee. So I'm going to break down the 3 key pillars that I believe makes up a good franchisee and what the reverse or the opposite of those 3 key pillars are. Stick around for the last one, the most important one. Trait number 1 is coachability. Are you coachable? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to get feedback? Are you willing to follow the system? Coachability is the number 1 factor that determines a really good franchisee. You know what the opposite of coachability is? It's the lone wolf mentality in franchising. Oh, I don't think that's going to work. Nah, I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. Head office show you how to do something. Nah, I'm going to do it this way. And we see this all the time in any franchise network. Let's say, for example, we rolled out the other day a new initiative, our MVP referral program. We gave the franchisees the playbooks, the marketing materials, the benefits of this referral program and how it's going to bring more business into their location. The high-performing franchisees, they're lapping it all up. They want to know how it works. They want to know how they can implement in their location. They're promoting it to their parents and into their franchise locally. Do you know what the other franchisees are doing? The lone wolf franchisees? They've got in their mind, I don't think this is going to work, even though there's no data yet or there's nothing being tested. I don't like this idea. This is a waste of time. This is a waste of money. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it this way. They don't contact head office for support, but they complain. So if you're going to come into a franchise, the first trait that you can develop that's going to really help you succeed in a franchise is being coachable. Let's move now to trait number 2. Trait number 2, a great franchisee is disciplined and consistent in their business. What do I mean by that? Whenever anybody starts a new business or a franchise, there's that initial excitement, like a sprint. They're going at it, they're doing all their marketing, they're getting back to leads quicker, they're winning work, they're really going at it quick. But after 6 months, when that emotions and those enthusiasm go down, all of a sudden, they're not doing their local area marketing anymore. They're not getting back to leads within 1 hour. They're not speaking to their customers and building their relationships. What you need to understand is discipline and consistency is a key to success. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. The best franchisees do the boring stuff, the mundane stuff. They do it consistently and daily. They've got their year planned out of when they're going to do their local area marketing. They've got quarterly marketing plans put in place. They're getting back to leads within an hour. They've got discipline and they've got consistency. That is a second trait to form as a high-performing franchisee. The other day I was speaking to a lady and she was telling me that she's run some hypothetical profit and loss numbers and she wanted to run them by me. So I said, okay, what do you have? I've calculated, Emile, the court hire fees to be about $200 an hour. And then I said, whoa, hold on. Your numbers are really off. And so I said, where did you get those numbers from? Oh, look, I assumed. Never assume. I've created a franchise profit calculator where you can input real numbers, court hire fees, coaches' wages, how many kids you have in the program, so you can find out what your potential profit is per class. Click the link below to use the calculator. I hope you find it useful. And the final point, the 3rd key pillar, and this is the most important one that will determine your success as a franchise owner, and I mentioned it before, is how do you respond to adversity? there's two types. Do you have an empowering mindset or a victim mindset? Take, for example, that story I just told you earlier on with Saurabh. His venue said, nah, you can't have it for 4 hours. There is two ways that he could have responded to that event. The first way is, this business doesn't work. How can he do that? Why has this happened to me? How annoying. I just got into this franchise. Victim, 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 victim. Would that have helped his situation? Well, maybe in the short term he would have felt good because he's putting the onus on someone else. But that's the first way. And unfortunately, that's how about 90% of the world respond to adversity. The second way is the more liberating and empowering way. Okay, I've been dealt with these cards. What are my options? What am I going to do? So what did he do? He called me. He called Greg. He used the resources and the support network available in our network. He got a solution in place. He's already booked a time with the stadium manager to see if he can have those 4 hours or at least give him one more term. He's already got a couple of venues that he's about to book in to cover those 4 hours. He's taking a proactive and an empowering mindset. So how you respond to adversity, whether you take a victim mindset or an empowering mindset, will determine your success. So that's it. What makes a good franchisee? Are you coachable? Or are you going to adopt a lone wolf mindset and not hear back from anyone, not contact franchisees, not contact the franchisor, not use all the resources available in the network? Are you going to be disciplined and consistent? Now, not just for a short period of time, but are you going to do the mundane and boring stuff daily? And thirdly, what mindset are you going to adopt when adversity comes into your business? And by the way, adversity is going to come into your franchise or business. I can guarantee you that 100%. But when it does happen, how are you going to respond? Victim mindset or an empowering mindset? You choose.